everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me today. Well, we're going to dig back into the old OkBaby vault doing a video I've already snarked on because it's been like over a year since this video came out, and now that we know everything we know, I don't think I've actually ever done this. Maybe I have. I don't know if I have. And maybe I should do it more often. But now that we know what we do, the hindsight is really interesting because this popped up in the Kira Sivertson snark thread where people were going over this video where they talked about the breakup. And now that we know that Kira was what she was lying about, I actually want to take a fresh look at the video and just call out her lies again. Because again, I don't even remember what I guys, I have such a bad memory that when I watch my videos from the past, it's like I'm watching them for the first time too, because I don't remember anything I say on here generally. Okay, so let's take a look at this thing. So if you go to this thing called YouTube Large, YT Large, YouTube Data Viewer, it's actually quite interesting what I found. Okay, they uploaded this video on April 30th, 2022. So it's been a year and 5 months since they uploaded this video. Okay, this is a long time. And you got to remember that because what she says in this video, if I'm correct and what the Reddit forum is correct about, is that she lied. And we got the lie in 4K or 720p, whenever I downloaded it. Okay, but it's actually interesting if you see it's got like 410,000 views, like count 11,820. This is before everybody knew what was going on, by the way. And didn't think that she was lying, and now. But check this out. Is this video monetized? No. And people might be wondering, why is it not monetized? Like, there's no way they didn't monetize it because they also, advertised for, they used it to, they knew they were going to get, they needed money, so they did this advertisement for I don't know if it's HelloFresh or something like that. But look at this. Is this channel monetized? No. So there is literally no reason to keep the OkBaby content on YouTube anymore because it doesn't even make them residuals anymore. They do not make any more money off the channel. YouTube still makes money off the channel, therefore off of the exploitation of children. And I like the idea of being able to go back to look at stuff, to be honest with you. But at the same time, Oscar, if you're listening, you're not getting paid for OkBaby anymore. Take it down. You don't need it up there anymore. Your kids don't need to be on there anymore. Take it down. I wonder if she's like wondering if she can have the channel back because they can remonetize the channel, right? I think it's 6 months or something. If you haven't uploaded something, YouTube will demonetize the channel, which is silly because if your channel's still getting views, it's still getting views. It shouldn't matter, but you still have to get your 4,000 watch hours back and all this stuff. And for big channels, that's easy, right? But it's quite interesting that is not monetized and they keep this on the internet. So with all that said, I definitely wanted to take a look. I know this is a longer video and I'm probably not going to do the whole thing, but I want to scrub through their conversations together. And now that we know what we know, let's call out our lies because this is going to be quite interesting, especially those who haven't followed along this whole thing. If you didn't watch my other snark videos, this is going to be really interesting. So if you didn't know anything about this, this is the video they did after the breakup video that they deleted. So they definitely deleted that one, which I still have, and I can look back at that someday. But watch Kira now. In this whole video, everything's going to change now that we know that she cheated on Oscar. And I'm pretty sure at this time in this video, she was dating Preston. Well, she was dating Preston the whole time anyway, but what she says. So basically what she said in a future video was that she was dating Preston since March, which then puts this video 1 month ahead of the time she said she was dating Preston. But in this video, I'm pretty sure she says she's not dating. So now that we know, let's call the lie out. Very exciting.
Woo, we're back again. This feels so strange. I'm pretty nervous, I'm not gonna lie. This sounded like a great idea until now that it's happening. It's like, oh, god damn it, what did we get ourselves into?
Did you read the questions?
I read some of them at first, but then I checked.
Oh, it gives me shivers of like disgust that this whole time she is absolutely lying to Oscar, unless he knew and he didn't say anything either. But she's lying to the audience, she's lying to everybody, and she's got a smug ass smile on her face, knowing right now that she's banging her nanny's husband. It's absolutely bonkers that she thought she would get away with this. She aged 10 years in a year. That's crazy. It is crazy what debauchery does to your skin. Kira wanted this. Oscar didn't want this. Kira wanted it, and now I bet you she hates that it's still up there. I wonder if Oscar has the ability to leave this up there because he wants to leave it up there. You know what I'm saying? And she wants it down. But this is the lie. No. Look at that plaque behind them. 1 million subscribers. They made so much money on this thing. They did so much. They were so successful. And again, she threw it away for taint zits. It's mind blowing. I mean, I say that, and that's kind of crappy. They also have 4 children together and had a family and had things going. And as far as Oscar is concerned, a loving relationship. And so obviously that's the worst part of it. But at the same time, I look at it from a perspective of like, look what they had, look what they threw away.
What do you think?
We just said I'm not gonna. Okay.
We don't want to talk about the kids.
Yeah, we don't. And he's looking at her like, yeah, right?
Well, right? We don't want to.
No, yeah, I agree.
Then why laugh? He's like, yeah, right?
Okay.
So we don't want to. It's just that's I think more like of a personal.
Dude, all these are so
Shut up, Kira.
personal. Okay, we'll start with an easy one.
And these are all the fans that probably stuck with Kira like, oh yeah, tell me all about your 3 songs.
He's like the one that I saw the most is, do we still hook up?
Oh yeah, I got that one. I do any type of Cupid that's even not with you. No.
No, not at all.
No, I'm with Press Taint Zits. So, get with the program, okay? I'm with the ugly douchebag looking burnt noodle guy.
We haven't hooked up since we split up.
Way before, dude.
like months before.
It was, I don't even remember, but it was like a month.
Yeah, a month before.
A month before. Why am I repeating everything you're saying?
That's because she was, again, now we know, so we can say it, because she was banging Preston. Isn't that crazy? So all this time, she's leaving him in the dark, doesn't tell him about the breakup, nothing like that. Also cuts him off from that because she's banging Preston. That's guys, she's so disgusting. All of it, now that we see it, we get to see it, and we see it. Ha!
I'm just nervous.
People are gonna think I'm like kicking you under the table. Like, say what
That's because you do. You punch him and you kick him and you do things, and people know that you do that. You're abusive.
I say.
Okay.
I feel like now I need to like put my feet up on the table. I'm not in control of his actions.
Shut up.
I can't pick these. I'm not good at picking these.
Well, I think it's just if you pick, you're the victor, and like this is safer.
Oh my God.
I can pick if you want me to, but like you be you.
No, you're better at it. And plus, I feel like you know how juicy to pick the question. I don't know.
How are we? I've seen a lot of these. Like, how are we doing? Are we happier? What?
Oscar's not. He literally lost his family and everything. Then went with it. Changed his whole life. Took his life in a completely different trajectory. He's not, but she's like, totally. I can't wait. Because I don't remember what she said in this video. Remember, I have the memory of a goldfish, so it's like I'm watching this for the first time.
I feel like I'm pretty good, and like
he wasn't.
Especially because
he wasn't. He was lying to you too. So Oscar's lying to you about being good, and she's lying to you about not being good. So they're both lying, but on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Considering everything that's happened, I don't know. I feel pretty great. I think things are just happening, and
he lied. He's lying to you right now because he's trying to say that so that he feels, I mean, I understand that because he's trying to guard his heart and everything else, but he was remember the video he did put out like a couple of months ago where he was like, everything fell apart for me. So he's just lying to you guys, which sucks, and you kind of understand why he's doing it, but she's also lying.
At a crazy speed, I feel like life is moving so fast right now, so yeah, I feel like I'm doing good.
Yeah, I think I'm in this
He's not.
Same place. Like, I'm discovering more about me personally and
Are you? Again, now knowing what we know, what she's saying here, I'm discovering more about me personally. Like, I like the smell of farts coming from Presticle's, not sack, area. That's what she's discovering. Her kinks. She's discovering her kinks with Preston. That's what's happening. That's what she's saying.
learning had to be kind of like a parent on my own, because obviously you're still in their lives, but
obviously
I think
why would you even say that?
You can say the same, like, I'm not around when you're with them and you're not around when I'm with them, so kind of like navigating single parent life.
You're not single, liar face.
And
even if you don't believe in the cheating allegations, okay, which I do because I witness, right? Even if you don't believe that, right now at this moment, she's been with Preston for a month, according to her timeline. So that's her own thing that she said.
Just, yeah, it's interesting, but I definitely do feel happy, and I definitely think that considering the timeline that it's been, like, it's only been a couple of months, and I think we're both in a much better place.
He wasn't, but you say you are, but I mean, you mean better place than Preston's taint, I guess?
I have to agree, actually. With parenting, I feel like I'm drowning, but not because of parenting. It's trying to balance career and parenting.
Right.
I feel like
because it used to kind of be like, okay, I'll work, you take care of the kids, or vice versa. And now
both of you didn't work, so
everything done.
shut up.
Now it's like everything is taking me twice as long, And
I will say, as a bystander, I was hanging out with Oscar and the kids tonight, and it's interesting to see him do things like that I never saw him do. Like when he would feed the baby, he'd give her anything. He doesn't care about the mess, and like, because I'm gonna clean it up, right? So I was like, whatever, here you go. I don't think you necessarily meant that, but like subconsciously almost. And now like every bite she takes, he wipes her mouth because like he knows it's gonna get really messy, or like he.
Well, that would just okay. That's called adapting.
He cleans as he goes. He used to never do that. So it's very interesting to see you kind of like...
Be mom and dad?
Yeah, like be, like, just, you know.
No, you don't. You're a liar.
I mean, that's what I had to do.
You're a deceitful tart.
I learned the hard way, like, alright, if I give her everything and anything, she's gonna make a disastrous mess.
Okay, one thing I do want to kind of talk about, because I feel like we've addressed this literally a sick amount of times. Oh my god, if I hear them talk about this one more time, I'm gonna die. Well,
we should continue to talk about it then.
I'm with you, but we do still get so many questions regarding Oscar's vasectomy. Also, considering I just uploaded...
I downloaded the video where I've never seen it. I just downloaded it. I'll do a blind react to that too. There's so much old OkBaby content I could blind react to. Now that we know about them, it's craziness. Okay? But there's a video, and I'm going to watch it, and I've not seen it.
A boob job video on my channel, which I think we have it linked up, I'm pretty sure. And
Oscar's like, this whole time.
People were like, can you still breastfeed? And I said, if I were to have any future children, yes, I could still breastfeed. And
this whole time she's known too. She's like, yeah, more kids. She's been, her and friggin' Presticles have been planning this stuff since way before they even broke up. Just so you guys are aware. Like, she's had this planned, this disgusting plan like forever.
And a lot of people were like, oh my god, you made him get a vasectomy and like you're thinking about having more kids. First of all, I'm not thinking about having more kids right now. Like, I'm not there. I was just...
What, it only took a year? Now you're like, oh, now I want my kids.
Simply asking a question that I got asked about my boob job. And that is something that I did think about, because I have to think of every angle of getting a boob job. But I never asked Oscar to get a vasectomy. I didn't want that to be necessarily the choice, hence why I...
See? And we all knew that. Like, I know the people, and I agree with her. But now it's coming out that that's why because now she wants more kids with Preston. Because she thinks that's the answer to everything. She can't take care of the kids she has now, but that's it. She's psychopathic. She did not want Oscar to get it. That was the issue, not the issue that she forced him to do it. He did, like, again, I'll say it again. He did it because the doctors told her that if she gets pregnant, she could die. So he did it literally, not for selfish reasons, but for selfless reasons for his girlfriend, a fiance, whatever you want to call her, the mother of his children. That's why he did it. And she was like adamantly against it, which maybe is the reason that set them off into this path where she's like, okay, we're done. If I had more, because she wants more kids no matter what. And now it sounds like that's why she went off with Presticles, because he's going to give her some more kids. That's crazy.
Didn't get fixed or whatever. Oscar does not want, or did not, at least then, want any more kids. I never like...
No. It's not that he didn't want, well, maybe that's probably it too, but also you could die. That's why.
Handcuffed him to the damn bed and made the doctor cut him open. Like, that was fully something that you wanted. Mm-hmm. Am I wrong?
No, not at all.
So I think...
And why doesn't he clarify? No, I did it because you were going to die if you have more kids. That's what the doctor said. I don't know why he never clarifies that. That's exactly why he did it.
That's something that we still get so many, like, oh my god, she left because he got a vasectomy or whatever.
No, that is why you left. That's why you probably checked out of the marriage 8 months before you broke up with Oscar. So that's one of the reasons. So yes, I don't know why she's lying about that.
And it's like just crazy the things that come from him having one, and that's definitely not the case. Like, it was his body, and there's a reason I didn't do it to myself.
And I don't regret it yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Till you meet somebody that you're like...
No, the only way...
Look, keep an eye on Kira, how she does this, how she looks at him when she's trying to talk about another girl or something. She's like willing him to say it.
I would regret it is if, like, I was truly in love with somebody and they, like, hadn't had any kids and that's all they want in their life, and I would feel so bad. That's why... But
there's also other ways you can do things.
Yeah.
You know? To, like, just trying to look at it from the bright side. Like, there is...
Looking from the bright side? Shut up, Kira, you dickhole.
Ways you could have a baby with somebody else.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't even know.
Like, if that were the case. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that rumor or, like, assumption needs to go out the window. That was not...
I don't believe anything you say. You're a liar.
I did not ask Oscar to get a vasectomy. That was something he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
The next question we also get a lot. So a lot of these I feel like are very common questions. How are we handling the split finance-wise? Any tips?
You have any tips for YouTubers who get divorced?
We basically split everything.
Everything. Yeah, well, actually, you were nice enough to let me keep the side-by-side and the dirt bikes. And
well, like, our assets...
Those are assets, Kira.
We didn't split. Like, we just were kind of like, I was like, well, I definitely...
No, we did split the truck and the RV.
Well, once we sold them. But, like...
You idiot, Kira. That's what he meant.
Things that we still have, we didn't necessarily go through, like, okay, well, you can have the side-by-side if I can have this. Yeah. Or, like, things like that. It's just like...
Yeah, you did.
I don't want the side-by-side. I know you've always wanted one, like...
I've always wanted a side-by-side. I'm not allowed to have one.
You have it, you know? But, like, as far as, like, income that we get now, anything that we make together, we split 50-50, and then we do make, like, money on our own.
Not anymore. Like, look at Kira's channel. Like, oh, she lost another 1,000 subscribers. Burn. Make that 3, 4, 5, 6. She lost 6,000 subscribers. But the reality, too, is that her channel was built off the fame of OkBabies. So it's almost like a percentage of that should have went to Oscar, too. That's why you should have gotten a lawyer.
Separation.
The kids. That's really the only thing that was like... When they're upset about certain things, that's the only time where it's like, damn, like, what the...
Yeah.
So that's probably been the only struggle. If it weren't for that, I think this would have been cake. I do regret selling the truck.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why did you sell it then?
I should have sold the Colorado. Because I was like, what am I going to need such a huge truck for? But now...
He's regret selling the only regret is I regret selling the truck.
I'm like, I might be keeping the side-by-side. I thought I was going to sell it.
Yeah. Do you think you will ever get back together? Mm-hmm. People so badly are waiting for me to be like, I'm just kidding.
No, you're sleeping with Preston right now. So nobody can... Now people are like, thank God you didn't. Thank God he escaped.
There's no way. There would be too many trust issues, too many feelings. Trust.
Look at her face. Look at her face. What happened when he said that? Because this is what I found. This is the one that they posted on Reddit. Trust issues. What do you mean trust issues? Huh. Make sure you say the thing you're supposed to say. Trust issues.
Issues. Yeah, I don't like trust issues against you.
I missed that the last time. Like, I have absolutely so many trust issues against you. He's saying it right now. And the craziest part is I think Oscar knows about the cheating and has never said anything, nor will he ever. Because he just knows his kids are involved in this and, like, he doesn't want to call her out. And he's just not that type of person. That just makes him a better person. But damn, not me. I'd be vitriolic. Okay? And he's like, without hesitation right there, he just, absolutely don't trust you anymore. And she's like, what do you mean? Look at her.
Like wondering if I would leave?
Then, yeah.
He's like, no, that you're cheating. That you cheated on me.
Yeah. I don't have that attraction towards you anymore.
And there's a cut. There's a massive cut there. So they cut something out of there. She made him cut something out of there. Man, would I love to get my hands on the original footage from this video. Oh, I would love that. Oh my gosh.
And not like in a mean way.
I think just when you have it for somebody and then you're with them for so long and then you split.
Yeah.
It's not really there anymore. And that just
you're dumb.
Shows how possibly not right it was.
Yeah, I keep thinking that. Like,
maybe you should have thought about that before you like got together in high school and had 4 children. You know? Silly forethought, you know? People making good choices. They're like, whatever. But maybe we should have thought about that before you brought 4 kids into this world.
If you were right.
You idiots!
The way you went about it could use some work, but in the end, like...
Yeah.
See, the way you went about it?
And if the fact that we're both seem to be a little, like, at least I feel not happier. Like, it just sounds mean to say.
It feels bad to say.
Yeah, exactly. But if I'm getting to do all these things that I've always wanted to do and, like, still being I'm trying my best to be a good dad, but I feel like I'm still being a decent dad. My career, I'm still, like...
Do better, Oscar. Man, you're going to lose out on your kids if you don't... I mean, he has no idea what she is capable of, I don't think. And still... And that's crazy because he's been conditioned and groomed to be like this. He's a pushover. Man, I hope your family's talking to you, Oscar.
Doing all right at, maybe it wasn't meant to be because I feel like...
No, it wasn't. She's a cheating disgusto. And so are you, actually. Think about that. Oscar had to cheat on his girlfriend to get with Kira. So he's half to blame here. But not this side. On the other side of it, it's Kira. That's all her. It's all her.
We were in a either really comfortable situation where like everything was just mundane and boring, or we were truly unhappy, and I can't tell which one's which. Like,
yeah,
he was blindsided. He thought they were truly happy, and she's like, "No, you got a vasectomy. You took away my dream of more children." Because if you see about how obsessed she is about having more children right now, that's a big deal to her. Even though the doctor said she could literally die, she doesn't care. That's really, really one of the biggest eye-opening moments of this video that I missed last time.
What would Kira think of you moving to Florida?
Or moving anywhere, actually.
Boom, right there, right? He's like, no. And that's exactly what happened. So she moved to this old house, whatever that she was going to fix up with Preston, and was literally, Oscar had no say. Oscar could have said, look, I'm moving to California. We're splitting time 50-50. I don't care how it happens. We'll meet halfway, whatever. And she's like, nope. We're going here. She set this. She made this. And he went along with it because that's been the whole marriage. So she locked him in the schools and everything else and put herself in a better position legally so that everything went to courts or anything. Courts would have to side with her. Hey, they live with her. They go to school there, this and that. He's locked out already. It's so sad that he's already locked out of all this.
Obviously, we have 4 children together. And moving to any state would drastically change the dynamic in one way or another.
But not breaking up the family would not drastically. Who cares? You've already drastically changed the dynamic of your entire family. And we're already with, and seriously, right now, after the moment you broke up, we're with their nanny's husband. So you don't think that's drastically altering the state of the family? Are you out of your mind? Moving is the least of their worries.
And I would have a problem with that. Also, being like
Preston.
mom,
Also, Preston's here, and that's where we're staying. Because Preston wants to stay here. Because his football glory. He's got coaching. He's got connections here because it's where he played football.
I can't help but say, like...
You know that Preston gave her the ultimatum, right? Like, he's like, we're staying here. We're not going anywhere. I don't care what Oscar says. You know, there's conversations on that side where Preston's like, F Oscar, we're not going anywhere. Whereas, like, you know, Oscar wants to move to Florida. It's cheaper to live there, too. Or California, where all his family is, because she doesn't have any supportive family. He has tons of it, right? And that's what happened. You know, Preston was like, no, we're not leaving here. These is where all my friends are. This is where my family is. We're not leaving anywhere. That's exactly what happened.
If you want to leave, that you're leaving. That doesn't mean everybody else is, you know? But
what a I don't like her.
At the same time, I do want Oscar to be in the kids' lives, and I know you want to be in the kids' lives. So just so much.
The audacity of Kira. The audacity of her. She gets to sit here, and this is the craziest part. That Oscar doesn't push back at all. It feels so frustrating to watch this now, looking back, and she's just like calling all the shots, making all the moves, and Oscar doesn't get to do anything. It is so frustrating to watch this. And I hope the kids someday see this. I hope Kira gets karma.
To go to the other side of the U.S., that to me is like drastic and selfish and immature and a list full of things.
Did you just call him selfish and immature to go where he has support systems? He's selfish and immature. You're not selfish and immature, though, right? Breaking up your family for Preston? That's not selfish and immature, though, right? She's such... Oh, my gosh. You don't think you can get more angry at her, but you can.
But Florida's not the main one.
Yeah, that's why I was going. That's my thoughts kind of on Florida. But California, I do understand because you have family there. You also have
again, she's like making his choice for him while he's sitting there listening. Oscar, grow some balls.
Support there. You have friends there. You have hobbies there that you like. Like, there's all these pros, but ultimately there is a con, and that's like, are you okay to be living so far away from your kids? And
there's no con here. All you have to do is fly him out. You gotta do what you gotta do. If you want to move out there, then you just take your 50% custody and you make a 50% custody arrangement. Or you fight for custody and you get custody. That's what he should have done. That's the problem here. Oscar didn't do it. And I'm frustrated at that. Because he seems to love his kids, but not enough. That's really, really shitty. So he should have fought. And he didn't fight. Against this tyrant, too. Oh! It's like we're watching a movie and we know what's coming. And you're like, oh my God, just do it. Idiot. Ah.
That's something that...
His family must have been watching this whole time, telling him everything, and he just, for some reason, ignored it. I don't know why.
Obviously is where, like, our conversation comes in. And
you don't think you'd be willing to move?
I will never move back there.
See? You don't think you have family there too? No, I'm never moving back there. Presticles is here.
Would like to move closer to there, like... St. George, I would consider, like, all that right this second. No. Like, I think right now we've had enough change for the kids, like...
You're such a loser. Meanwhile, she's fully, in her timeline, which is not my timeline, but in her timeline, she's fully with Preston for over a month at this point. Maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
And I get it. I'm just as lonely. Like, I don't have people.
But when we moved...
Did you hear what she said? I'm just as lonely. And she's lying. Okay, again, her timeline says that she was with Preston like 2 months before they filmed this.
Out of this house, the change is going to happen for the kids anyways. We won't live in the same school district.
Right.
So why not go?
No, not necessarily.
closer?
Because if I know that you're moving out of this house, I would try to find a home that's still in the school district.
Another lie. Another lie. She didn't. She moved out of the school district because she found a cheap, crappy home with 6-foot ceilings elsewhere. She didn't ask him his input, nothing. Because she knew legally she probably went to a lawyer. She probably did. 100% she went to a lawyer and he's like, you're good. Do whatever you want. Because it's true. Because what he did not prepare. He didn't. Likely she even talked to a lawyer before she even broke up with him. So, probably at Preston's, request.
And also, we live in an area that isn't like California where you have to go to school where your area code is. Like, you can apply.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So there's just like all these, I mean, obviously, like, clearly, as you can see, we haven't had these conversations. I do know
So let's have him on YouTube.
Oscar has interest in moving to California. And I've made my opinions very clear to him on what my response would be. And
so what she's saying here is, I've made it clear to him that if he does that, you're not going to see the kids. That's what she's told him. And you know what? Let this just be a lesson to people who are divorcing dads. Fight from the top. Get a lawyer ASAP. Or you're going to be screwed because the legal system hates men. Okay? Especially in these custody cases. You're screwed because you didn't do your due diligence and you basically failed your kids. Because now you left them with that and her disgusting piece of crap fiance. You left them with that. Great. And they're going to resent you for that too, Oscar.
I think that it sounds really good, but ultimately, yeah, I don't know.
Does it?
I can't, yeah. I get nervous, like, saying this because I feel like people are going to freak out, but, like, I will be with my kids all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, in a non-psychotic way.
No, you're psychotic.
If you want to go to California, like, you go to California. And, of course, like...
She's just... And this could have been used against her in a custody hearing. She's saying it out loud. She's like, you're not... And he just took it. It's almost like... Oh my God, does it not frustrate you?
If you want to fly back every damn week, do it.
Yeah.
I would even help you pay for it because I want you to be around the kids.
Mm-hmm. How'd you help him pay for it, Kira? With what money?
Like, I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to take the kids out of your life.
Nah, that's exactly what you're saying, and that's what you're trying to do.
My point is just...
I think they're too little for that right now.
Yeah.
Like, if I were... Which I don't think I would leave them. If I were to ever do it, I'd have to wait until Aura was at least, like, 6 or 7. But we'll see.
So that's it, yeah. It's just, like, not worth right now. Like, we have this conversation every once in a while, but it's really not worth it because there's no set-in-stone decision.
Oh,
like
there was...
If you do it, you're not going to do it for a long time.
There was a set-in-stone decision already made between her and Preston and moving and everything else. All this was set in motion before she even sat down with Oscar here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm so back and forth. I don't know.
Yeah. I think hard days is hard. Yeah.
Super tough one. How has co-parenting been? It's been pretty good. I feel like we've both been pretty respectful.
She rolled her eyes when he said that.
Each of our roles, no?
Have you? Because I got here tonight and you were giving me my iPad in bed. And that's, like, always been a no.
Okay.
A what? In bed?
Well, I guess I should say...
Also, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, that's... No, just because he's doing the way he wants to parent, that doesn't mean co-parenting is going right. Wrong. She's just like, well, when I got here, you...
Let me hear it then.
I don't fully agree with your parenting decisions. You're a very lenient parent. You're a very, like, have whatever, like, they...
And you're the other side where you're, like, going to beat their ass, like you say on camera. Do you beat your children and he's not going to beat the children? Is that what you mean? You're very lenient, meaning you're not mean? Is that what you're saying? You want him to be more mean to your children? Is that what you're saying?
We had yogurt for dinner. One kid had cereal. Another kid had mac and cheese.
No, they all had yogurt. But one of them was having it with Sago.
And one of them was eating mac and cheese.
So what? What is... Kira, what?
Yeah, that's what they wanted. Listen,
That's what I just said!
So? Are you serious? So they're hanging out with him for the weekend so he makes them something that they want to eat? I mean, of course you want to feed your kid that every single day, but that's probably just because that's for the weekend. And that's where she got upset because she's like, Dad's the cool dad. He gets to do the fun stuff, feed him mac and cheese for dinner and all that stuff. She gets upset with that because she's like, well, I'm going to feed you what I'm going to feed you. So you don't get to tell, and that's the thing. Kira wants her cake and eat it too. She wants to tell him at a parent. The audacity of this person never ceases to amaze me.
That's literally what I just said.
I thought you meant like cereal.
Okay, but there's nothing. Whatever. My hard thing. I will say, I didn't say anything, did I?
You did now, though, wanker.
Like, this is your house and your rules. One thing I do bitch about is hygiene. I need them to be bathed and shower.
Hygiene? Coming from the fart sniffing queen? Excuse me, you don't even have showers. You want your kids to have showers? Yeah, you look like a Sour Patch Kid? What? Get wrecked. You look like you belong in a Mad Max movie. Are you serious?
Bathed and fed and like clean and like changed their clothes. Like
I've been doing better with that.
No, you have.
Yeah.
I mean, Avery was wearing like the dress for like second, third day in a row, but it's a dress up.
Look at her. She's just throwing him under the bus every single day about every single little thing. And he just takes it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It hurts me because I'd be like, excuse me? Listen here, hussy. Get wrecked, cheater.
See, so yeah, look, we are working. Co-parenting has been working. Even though you don't agree with decisions, we're doing well with like agreeing.
I think we both really do try. I think we both put conscious effort into like trying to make it work.
Do you? No. You put conscious effort into forcing him to do what you want him to do. And just completely ignoring all the good stuff and just being like, oh, he dressed and the mac and cheese. Holy smokes. Yeah, well, you have 14,000 pounds of alcohol at your house and you're sleeping with the nanny's husband. You know, you go to Vegas for threesomes. What kind of diseases are you bringing home? And then my kids are sleeping in that bed with your freaking nostril herpes? Okay, no thanks. Your parenting tactics suck too there, Kira.
You think about each other more now that you aren't together anymore? No. Way less.
Yeah, definitely less. Because usually it was like day-to-day life. Like, okay, Oscar, what are we having for dinner? Okay, Oscar, this or whatever.
Oh, this is a good one.
Okay, but wait. But now it's like, need something.
Yeah, I know, for real.
Less on like, although every once in a while we have like today, earlier, we had like just like a social FaceTime.
Oh yeah, that was kind of strange too.
He's like, oh, that was totally, I hated it.
And I called for the kids, but then it ended like, I've done that a few times where I've like called.
It ended up turning into some tea and gossip. Woo! Just kidding. It kind of was though. But
like the tiniest bit.
Yeah, I know. Nothing too crazy.
You're making it sound like something wild.
No, I know. But
again, think of this the whole time. She's in there with her feet up, all acting all cocky, totally lying, and is with Preston at this point.
I guess you're right. I did make that sound way crazier.
Typical Oscar.
Why am I so nervous about this?
I don't know either. It's my hate, so I don't know what you're nervous about.
I don't like that.
Yeah, and you deserve it, Kira.
I don't want you to get any more hate, that's why.
And he seems right. He doesn't want her to get hate, but she deserves it. Sorry.
Oh, thank you.
You need to grow up too, Oscar. You need to get your shit together for your kids. You really, really, really do. That's on you.
Oh my god. It's okay. Like, I can't. I'm being me, and that is like, true. That's fine, you know?
I'm being me, so if I got hate, that's me. Well, then there you go. That's why you're getting hate, because you're you.
Have either of you started dating yet? If so, what is that like with 4 kids?
Look at her. I need you to just look at her. Once that question came around, it's almost like he knows she is, and he's not allowed to talk about it, but she's about to lie, okay? He knows. And her face just went, brrr. She just lost color.
I haven't. Have you?
And then they went to commercial. Damn! Have you?
You were so excited to ask that.
Yeah.
What does dating entail?
See? What do you mean? Are you banging Preston is what people were asking.
Like, are you seeing somebody in particular?
Not in particular.
Boom! Lie! Lie! Now I wish I could just go back to the part in the other video where she said she's been with Preston since like April. That's the lie. There it is, everybody. Liar! And Oscar knows she's lying.
No, just seeing people in general.
But I think there's times
Then there's a cut.
where, like there's been times where you've seen other people.
See? And this is her guilt. This is her. So she just fully, blatantly lied to everybody, including Oscar, and he knows she's lying. And then she diverts it after a cut in the video with like you know you want to though, right? Like, and this is where she starts projecting her guilt onto Oscar. Watch it really closely.
No, I've never hooked up with anybody.
Okay, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking about hooking up.
I mean,
look at her.
like texting somebody? Like
That's what I mean. Like, I've had...
That's what I meant. Texting. No, he hasn't done any of that. He's trying to get his life back together that you shattered in a million pieces. And then she's lying. And now she's like, but you, right? You like texted somebody once, right? See, you're guilty.
Things, you know.
Oh, yeah, I guess, man. Okay.
Like flirtatious conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
He's just like, you lied. And he's just done with it. Because he wanted her to tell the truth. And she lied.
Like, are we both, like...
Both?
In legitimate relationships with other people?
No. Actually...
She didn't answer that, though, by the way. He's like, no. And she hesitated. You're a liar, Kira. You're a damned liar. What's that feel like to get called out? Literally called out.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know how to flirt anymore. I have to relearn everything.
I know, I try to teach him, you guys. We've had this conversation.
Oh my gosh.
She's
so nasty.
Leave your, like, how to flirt down below for Oscar.
For reals, dude. For reals.
She's so nasty. Oh. I can't believe this person exists and still gets a platform and still has fans. After knowing what they know and all the lies she's made here.
Like, actually legitimate advice, not like... Why did some of your family unfollow Kira? Who?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Yeah, you know. Why did they unfollow you, Kira? Because you cheated on Oscar. What do you mean, why did they unfollow? What kind of question is that?
And I'm assuming they were unhappy with something you did? Or like...
See, he's saying it. Oscar always does it. He's so good at it. He's like, I'm assuming they're unhappy with something you did. Wink. Yeah, because you cheated.
River.
And did she just say, cry me a river? Did she just say that? You cheated on Oscar and they're mad at you and you're like, cry me a river? Kira is going to be the most unhappy person going forward. The karma is going to kick her right in the fake boobs. Okay? And it's going to be fun to watch because these types of people deserve it. And the lies and everything she's done here and the projection and the forcing him to do what she wants him to do and everything. Finally, the family unfollows because they all know what happened. And she says, cry me a river. That's why Preston's family doesn't like you either, Kira. Imagine having 0 friends and 0 family support on all counts. Those 4 children, their family, like those are her children. They have family. Oscar's family is their immediate family. And she's like, cry me a river to those people. They hate her and she hates them because they hate her. And the only people that are going to suffer from that are the children because Kira's a selfish disgustoid. It's so gross.
I'm very curious. That's interesting. Do you like living alone?
I think I'm growing to love it. Mm-hmm. Like it's been...
I would too. Look at her. I think I like she doesn't force me to fart anymore. It's
like a new thing. Yeah, kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
That sounds so... I feel like everything I'm saying is so mean. It's like, yes, I'm happy you're gone. Like, no.
Yeah, you are. You should be.
Like, you learn to really appreciate your own space and...
You were never alone, Kira, so stop lying.
Especially because we moved in together right out of high school, pretty much. So, like, we never lived alone. We've never lived alone.
Dude, one of my...
And you still haven't.
Favorite things, too, is... on the weekends, blast the music, kids are happy, we just get breakfast, and with you, that would not have been a
even
thing.
today.
Imagine someone here saying, you know what I love doing? I love doing just eating breakfast with the kids, blasting music, having fun. And with you, that would have been impossible. It's like a prison with kids. Like, can you imagine the thing? That's a normal thing you should be able to do with your children. Have fun, dance, sing, eat breakfast, and Kira would never have allowed that. That one slipped by me too last time. That's really, really heartbreaking, man. Holy cow. And now she's upset because he gets to do those things with his kids without her there, and they love it. Oh, man, this video is eye-opening.
And the music was blasting, and I was like, oh my god, turn it down.
Just having the kids, children are having a good time making breakfast.
Which I love that they have that.
Because they're never doing it at my house, okay? Preston and I are starting to sleep. Shut up, kids.
No, because they wouldn't have had that experience if I was there, because I get so... I mean, we always have dance parties. That's like the main thing we do.
Oh, do you have dance parties, Kira? Do you?
In my house.
Oh, yeah?
The music is like max 7. And Levi's always sneaking the remote and turning it up. So.
F Levi. Don't... Oh, my gosh, Kira. Again, they're all in Kira's universe. Again, it's Kira's universe. They all just live in it.
To hide the remote in different places.
She's nasty, man.
If you could change anything, what would you change?
About what? Just in life?
Yes, I think so.
That I would never have dated you.
Oh, dude, I wish I could have more time. But...
Dude, you're like 25.
I say that. But I don't know, dude. I say that, but at the same time, I'm like messing around doing a lot of things that don't really add value to my situation.
Meanwhile, Kira's over there banging taint.
But yeah, I just wish I had more time.
I think for me, I wish that our kids wouldn't be affected by choices that we make.
Don't say we. Don't you dare say we. All of these choices that are affecting your children right now, Kira, they are all your choices. Don't you dare say we.
Oh, that's a deep one. I was thinking like just basic. Like, wish I had more time to do more stuff.
That's just the first thing that comes to my mind because that is like my biggest thing right now. Like,
is it?
Are the kids thinking bad things because you're away or because I'm away? Do they know we're gonna see them like a couple days or, like just like what goes on inside there?
Don't say we again. Don't you ever dare say we again. This is all you, Kira.
That stresses me out.
And she's like, why do I get so much hate? Like, why are you guys directing hate at me? This wasn't nice. It was all Oscar's fault.
See, and that makes me sad to even think about. Like, geez, you're so right.
This is a good one. If you're okay answering this, I can not if you don't want me to. But how did you two stop having sex? Was it hard?
Oh my gosh! Why you even ask the? Why would you even read this question?
Stop having sex with my ex-boyfriend. Tips.
Just kind of stop.
What?
I think
this is their fan base. That's nice.
Things started getting bad fast, and we both weren't interested in that.
Yeah, there was a lot of anger in that end of our relationship for sure. Like,
no. You were projecting because you were cheating on him, and you needed to come up with excuses to be angry. You sabotaged your relationship, Kira. This is so clear what happened. You found something that you thought was better, and it was just happened to be your nanny's husband. They might have been going through problems too, and you maybe one night you were like, oh, he confided in you about his problems, and you guys hooked up because that's what you did, and then you felt guilty from that, and then you had to sabotage. So everything was fine until something that you thought was better came along, and so you literally had to ruin it. That's what happened.
A lot of hurt feelings, a lot of just anger, I think is really the best way to put it. And so the sexual desire was not even...
Well, you were taken up with the other dude, so that's what happened.
Existing thought in either of our minds. I think that if you're truly struggling to stop sleeping with somebody, there's probably still emotions there.
What if he's just using her? That's messed up. And she does have to pull the plug.
Like, how cool would it be if your parents vacationed together?
I don't know, that would be weird.
That's because they have not in, how many years?
Yeah, but even that...
Oscar, do me a favor, don't vacation with Kira ever. Thanks.
Us hanging out is kind of weird.
What do you think?
Yeah, Kira, look at you.
Okay. Maybe it's just vlogging.
I think vlogging is hard because we both really worry about the comments right now.
Nah, he doesn't. Everybody's been on Oscar's side since the beginning. He's not worried. You are. And that's why they turn all the comments off.
And the crazy assumptions people make.
Or the assumptions? You just lied in this video, so they're not assumptions.
Right?
Yeah.
Or do you think otherwise? What are you thinking?
I do. I kind of want to... I don't know, it's hard because, I say I want the hate to stop and be over, but then we keep doing things like this where we just know it's going to bring it back to me.
It's like, you wanted the hate to be over, but you keep doing it because you need money.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I do not like the comments.
I think, though, I mean, the comments definitely have gotten to me terribly bad.
Good. You deserve it.
Especially in the beginning, but I think that at this point, this is our lives, and I think sometimes that this is what we do for a living. We get so wrapped up in what this opinion is, but it's
that's everything that matters to you. That's how you get your views. Those people's opinions matter because they pay you. The more watches you get, the more money you make. The less watches you get, the less money you make. And so if you decide to do what you did, Kira, which is throw your family under the bus and cheat on them, and then do this and then tell the family to cry a river, and you wonder why you're not getting as many views anymore and why people hate you, I mean, come on. That's how you make your money. You literally shat where you eat.
Ultimately, this is our real life. And this is reality, and this is just a way that we express it and share it and relate to other people through it.
Yeah.
But this stuff does happen, and
does it?
Whatever. I'm a crazy...
Whatever, cry me a river.
Bitch, whatever people say.
You are. And it's true.
Which we both know the truth about each
other,
so that's what matters, not what...
Yeah, he knows that you're also trash.
Mary Sue says.
True.
No, he hates you.
I do feel like I should have read these before, though, because a lot of them are catching me off guard. I've never thought of that. So then I'm sitting here thinking... Just the vacation thing, or... Yeah. I don't know, there was another one earlier where I was like, I never thought about that.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, we hope that you enjoyed this.
Anyways, F off. I don't want to watch the rest of that. So that's garbage. Pure, unadulterated, hot garbage. Kira caught in a lie, 100%. We missed a bunch last time because now we know more. It's good. It's interesting to go back and watch all these. And I have the breakup video. I think I'll do that one again too because I really want to take a look back because Because we knew what we knew. And that's very, very interesting to take it apart for the second time, knowing what we know, right? Do you agree or not agree? Let me know below. Also, take a breath. Blow out the BS from Kira's forehead. Hey? We don't need that in your brain. Get it out of there. Cry me a river? Holy cow. You imagine saying that? Imagine cheating on the person. And then the family is mad at you and you say, cry me a river. Holy cow. All right? Like, what would you do? Jeez. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for being amazing. I can't wait to go on this cruise. Can't wait to show you how much fun we're going to have. And just give me some ideas for snacks that Tyson and I should eat on the video. We're very excited about that. We're going to do that in the cruise room, in our stateroom, whatever we call it. I don't even call those things. We're going to have some fun. Very excited to hang out with Tyson. Maybe we'll do a live if the internet's fast enough. I don't think it is, so I can't promise anything, but I'm really excited about that. It's coming up in a couple days. So thanks for being here. Thanks for making it possible for me to go on a cruise and show you my ass on a clear water slide. That's all because of you, and I'm so grateful to you. You are incredible. You are valuable. Don't you forget it. I will see you when I see you.